Hey guys, today is October the 2nd of 2014. I want to go over the euro dollar using price and time technical analysis, so please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Alright, so we're going to start out with our commitment of traders report. You can see that on the 9th, we had a little buying pressure going up, but then failed and shot right back down and put a pivot low on the 30th. If you can see on the net positions, commercial started selling from that 211 all the way down to 195 and then out to 193, and large speculators started unwinding slowly or buying, and kind of paused on the 16th. And the last report, which is the 23rd, they kind of sold off a little more lightly from 143 to 141, and they were at the bottom at what was the lowest point here? 165. Yep, 165. And you can see same here with the index. Commercial selling and retail and large speculators kind of buying. So I don't know, this September 30th low is a square out date, so I don't know if this is going to hold, but it's a good indication. If it is going to hold, we have a reason why it's holding, and it's all pretty much mathematics. So I just wanted to cover that, start out with that, so you guys see where the positions are at, where the money is hedging and placing their bets. Looking at the charts, September 30th low right here, there's a 75% level, which is at 25.32. I never got that far. The lows we got is 25.70. And we had an inside day on the first. This is the second. This is today's action with Draghi the Dragon talking today. And we're already loading up for the third. So this is a level you want to keep an eye on. 75% is at 26.76, and also you want to keep an eye on 26.97. Remember that number, 26.97. We get above 26.97 and stay above it for like 3 days, closing above higher levels, whatever, but above 3 days, and this is looking really strong as a swing pivot low, and maybe this thing can retrace higher. I got 2 dates I'm watching, which is this date. If this date is taken out and it pushes lower and it continues pushing lower, I have an eye on October the 7th, 8th for a possible pivot low, and that's a little more different. This is not, that's more on Astro. Seasonal dates you want to keep an eye on is October the 14th, October the 20th, and October the 28th has a cluster of 2 hits. Those are the dates you want to watch. This thing could continue going lower and maybe find a pivot low on the 14th, on the 20th, or on the 28th. Or it could continue going higher, find resistance on the 14th, 20th, or 28th. Either or, when we get close to these dates, keep an eye on the euro, because whatever trend it's going, it could probably pause in one of these 3 dates, or it could just be very volatile. It could just be very erratic, and you know, if it's going up, it could bring a spike down, or if it's going down, it could bring a spike up. It could go either or direction. I just have them as seasonal dates, I call them. Swing, the Gann swing bar is still down to the downside. So if you're itchy to buy along just because you know this square out low of September 30th might hold, you got an itchy finger to press buy, I wouldn't recommend it. You don't even have price confirmation that the swing is even setting higher highs. Right now we're right here, we're having a tough time with this pivot high, which is at pretty much the 2700 level. So hold your horses, be patient. If this is going to hold, it might go down there and retest it, and if it has a failed new low and pushes higher, and everything starts indicating that we're going higher and making higher highs and higher lows, then could be a good could be a swing up to the upside. But as of right now, it's not looking good to go long yet. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm just giving you what I'm seeing. The only good thing is that the bulls have is that 930 low is holding. Once you take that out and it closes not above that 2570, then you're definitely pushing lower. I think that's it for this chart that I wanted to show you. Let's look at our Gann calculations. We can see that we made the high on May 8th, and you can see key points, the 620 low, then that top July 1st, and we kind of paused in these two dates. 8/6 was the day I was watching, and 9/9 kind of paused there, and we made a low as of now at the 930, right at the 135 degree. And if you look at the cycles, it's a 7 cycle. 7 cycles right there. So that's interesting. Right now here, we're going to be at the 180 right here, which is the 5th. 7/8, those are the dates I'm watching, and then the 11th. Looking at the hex, same thing. These are pivot swings that I've done on the square, on the hex time. And you can see that we put the low as of now right here. And we got the 7th of 8 that is coming up right here. This is the square of 4. You can see we put a low, a high here. And this is where we're at right now. And this is where we're approaching. 4th, 10, 11. Using the high, you can see that we put a low around this is the day ahead, and then the 8/6 from the May 8th, July 1st, right there. Put that swing top right there, and then shot all the way down, and we're off by one date early actually. 929, pivot low was 930. So you see the vibration setting up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, nothing here because it put it there with the angle. So if you see this vibration is strong on the first level, then keep an eye on October 17th. Is that a day I have here? So yeah, October 17th, keep an eye on, and November 22nd, if this is going to be a pattern that's going to be playing out. The low of the 2570, you can see that we put 2 lows here in the last couple of days at the 225 degree, and at the 90, 2631 put a high, and this is where we're at right now. This is a key level you want to watch. 2697. Close above 2697 for the next 3 days, and things might start looking good. That September 30th pivot low could be a nice little swing pivot low to the upside. And that's the high we have right now, 2698. Let's go into our charts and see timing wise where we're at. This is the high of May 8th. Looking at our cycles, you can see that the cycle came in early here, but the euro kept pushing lower. And this is where we're at right now, and it tops out in December the 6th, right around up there. Using our other cycle optimized to the euro, you can see that this is looks like it's more accurate. So if this is foretelling the truth, and it remains to be seen, we're going to pause right here. You can see that it pauses. It gets a little hit or bump to the end of the month, and then it shoots lower. And it bottoms out on the first week of December. So it's interesting that Over here is the first week of December, and the bottom is the first week of December. So whatever's going to happen, if it's going to push lower, we got to keep this in mind. If it just continues pushing low and the first week of December comes, then maybe it is the bottom, and maybe this thing could either go sideways or start retracing. But this is far into the future, but this is, you know, forecasting, so we just got to see if it's going to come out or not, if it's going to come to pass. Using the Bradley model, you can see that right here, the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, around there, there's a swing pivot of change in direction. So this is where we're at right now. So we could probably go sideways here and maybe get a bump, or maybe we could continue pushing lower, take out that September 30th square out low, and maybe have a change in trend. I believe the full moon is coming up between the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, around there. So I don't know if this is gonna be the pivot low coming up, and then it's gonna shoot up to the end of the month of October, and then kind of go sideways or slowly trend higher. I don't know, but I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. I think that's it for that. All right, using our 1-2-8 technique, you can see that it out as planned. It kind of pushed lower, didn't find a pivot low, so that didn't work out. Using our square, Gann square, using the 2008 high, this is what I find interesting about this chart. It is following this angle down here all the way. And this angle has a cycle that ends somewhere around the 8th. So keep an eye on the 8th, because you have the Bradley model. Cycle ends right there, one cycle, which is lining up. And it's following this angle here. So I don't know if here it's going to come where it's going to have a turn, get up, and hopefully if it gets up above at least 28.14, maybe it could push higher. So just keep an eye on that 7/8. Thus my forecast pivot low if this September 30th is taken out. Planetary fans, that's looking like it's for support right now. Nothing there. Equidistant lines with the Venus and Mars, nothing really there. Nothing really was holding, so it's kind of chopping around. There's a line here of 2682, and that's where, you know, it's trying to stay above or float above there. So those are the levels you want to keep an eye on. Planetary returns, there's nothing really there, so it's kind of more in between these two pivots. The next one will be the October 18th. This is the Gann square. Let's close this out. If you guys remember my last video, the 25th, I was thinking this was going to be the turn, and then you can see nothing happened. It just continued pushing lower, and this is where we're at right now. Put a pivot low here. So compared to this Gann square, from the May 8th high, halfway point, it's still pushing lower. But then look at this Gann square from the 2008 high. Look how it's still following this trend, or this angle actually. So it's going to be interesting once it comes out of the cycle. And if it continues pushing lower, you got to keep an eye on this 1120. This is where this grid ends right here. Right, 1120, around there, 21. This should be interesting. If you put the turbo cycle, it says that it's going to be ending around December, the first week of December. The Bradley model, really nothing there. So the 21st, first week of December, and then you got the cycle of the 10th, 7th and 8th. What else I wanted to show you? The monthly bars, you can see that now for the month of October, it's greenish right now. So let's see how that's going to continue this month. For the week, it's still negative. I think that's it. Saw From the first impulse swing, you can see it right here. Nothing really happened. It continued pushing lower. It pushed more lower here. Right there, it continued pushing lower. It was like impulses to the downside every time you met with in that angle, that trajectory right there too. So the next one coming up will be the end of the month. So let's see, maybe it can continue pushing, and maybe the end of the month it finds a pivot low, or we continue pushing higher, and by the end of the month, 30th, then we push lower. The ellipse, haven't used the ellipse in a while, and I had to readjust it using this swing low of July the 24th and the May 8th of 2014 high, anchoring it at from the May 3rd of 2011 high right there. This is where we're at. It's kind of interesting. It's following the same angle like here. So if you could put the Gann square, angle is coming down from here down. Got this bell ringing here. So anyway, what I wanted to show you is this holding here. This is holding this angle right now, and then there's a cycle coming up the first week of November. So it'd be interesting to see where this is gonna, if it's gonna crack and it's gonna continue pushing lower, or it's gonna chop around here and then pop. I think that's it for this chart that I wanted to show. Next thing I wanted to show is what has been going on, price action. You can see that we put a low 25.70, and right here on the October 1st we had a buy signal, and right now it's still on a buy signal, early buy signal. Same thing here, we have a buy signal, but I'm not buying it yet until I see other stuff lining up. You can see that we've been doing all this. We put the high up at the what's that 37.5% level right there, and now we got a sell signal on the 3200 tick, and we're just chopping around here. Looking at the seasonalities of the euro for the last 5 years, the average is showing that it wants to go higher. From like the first week of September, it's been showing that the average is that it normally goes up, but the euro has been selling. Look how it's going down, this line right here, and this is where we're at. This orange line is the 2012, and you can see that it got a nice pop on this week, and then on the next week, the second week of October, it kind of went sideways and then shot down all the way down to the second week of November. This blue line is the 2010, and you can see from the first week it shot up. This other blue line right here is the 2013, and you can see that from this week it kind of went sideways, and then the second week it shot up in October. The red line is the 2011, and you can see that on the second week in 2011 October, it shot up all the way to the end of the month. So somewhere between the end of the month and the first month of November, it pulled right back down, and the average shows that it'll spike up in October, and towards the end of the month of October it'll spike back down and find somehow a low around the end of November. So I just wanted to show you seasonalities for like the last 5 years of what the euro has been doing around September and October. You decide what's best, what you think the euro is going to do just by looking at these averages. But as of now, the euro is not following the average of going up. It's just going down to sideways now. Let's see. On the active trader, you can see that this is the daily, still in negative zone. This is all going to be chop zone, anywhere between 27.85 and above. This is the 50%, 28.60-ish level. Get above that, then it starts showing conviction that it wants to go higher, but we're not even there. So anywhere, any action around here in this mobile band is going to be all chop. You can see as of right now on the 1 hour chart, we already got a sell signal, and it's trying to hold this 50% level. But let's see what's going to happen. The night is young. And this is the range that we at, and this is the action for today with this spike of the 26.98, and these are some levels that we have. Five minute is showing that it looks like it wants to go higher. The 1 hour 26.57, you got this medium pivot 26.47 right there. You can see that it found resistance at that 26.98 pivot right there. So I guess for tomorrow, this is going to be your range, anywhere from the 26.98 all the way down to the 26.33. It's going to be bouncing maybe around over here. So let's see what's going to happen. And lastly, dates. These are the dates that I have been calculating and keeping an eye on. The dates to watch for October, besides the seasonal dates, October 14th, 20th, and the 28th, if you trade the euro. But these are the dates I had. The Euro-manometry had the 30th and October 1st. These are the 2-day window. Other dates you want to watch is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, October 17th, and the 20th. Square out was the September 30th. Another square out that's coming out is October 17th, the 25th, and the 28th. So the 28th is interesting because right there you have a cluster with the seasonal date. So that's going to be, that's the last week of the month of October. So remember, the seasonality shows that there's a big sell-off. So this thing could spike up all the way to the 28th and then come down and get some, maybe hit the 100. And then come down, but that's all speculation right now. So green means that it's working as of now. Once it gets red, is because it failed, and the euro continue going lower. But as of right now, it's working. This is green because it was a I think it was a bullish that I had it in there for. This is probably green too. Astro, sun bullish, October 2nd. Other dates, second right here for Venus, for a buy signal. Other dates you want to watch is the 8th for a Mars buy signal, 24th October, and the October 22nd. 22nd too here, Venus, Mercury, and Mars. So these are the inner planets. This is the Model 1 Geo and the Model 2 Helio. So these get green because they were buy signals, and I did good scalping today by following this this indicator. Is it going to continue going up? I don't know, but this was the buy signal for today. As you can see, I don't have anything for tomorrow, so it could probably continue going lower. Same thing here. Let's get a green. So the next date to watch will be the 8th. You got a pivot hit here on the Gann emblem, which is the 8th. The 7th, so you got the 7th, you got two hits. You got two hits on the 8th, so you got a cluster right there. On the Euro-manometry, you got a cluster on the 7th and the 8th. Nothing on the square out. And on the Astro, you have a buy signal from the Mars planet, from the Geo and Helio on both the 8th. So you got 1, 2, I guess 3, 4, 5, 6 dates that are all vibrating with something going on. And then on the square out, pretty much nothing there, just only for the 30th. So let's see if this 30th will still hold as a swing pivot low. And lastly, it's my big picture. You can see on the euro, we got a white candle. It's still in the MOBO, so it's all choppy. This is a 12-hour, this is a daily, this is a weekly, and this is the monthly. As of right now, the monthly is finding support at the that is the 75% level right here, and it's still negative. Everything is still negative. You got a Fisher, you got a buy signal right here on Fisher, but I'm waiting for confirmation. So it's kind of telling me that this could possibly be a swing low, but I'm not going to believe it until I get a yellow bar here. Tima confirms it. See, Tima's kind of chopping around between two colors, you know, because it's in borderline right now. But if it's gonna push higher, the target's gonna be that 28.78, which is the 62.5, or for Fibonacci's the 61.8 level right there. That's the 50% level. You can see on the equinox solstice, WD Gann said that a lot of stocks and commodities changed direction around there, and the euro didn't, but the stocks, the indices did. The ES changed direction, NASDAQ, so they all kind of around this time. And new moon came in, nothing affected the euro, and now we put a low here, and now we got this full moon coming in on the 7th, 8th. So this could be a vibrational day, lining up with all the other dates that I have that could give this thing an energy. I'm hoping to the upside, and if not, it's probably want to push lower. But as of right now, let's see what's happening. Daily, Tima is just in this chop zone right here. Bulls are trying to get more bulls to show up, but let's see what the bears are going to do tomorrow or London session. But everything in this chart is still negative. You got Fisher buy signal, so which is good. Got a hockey stick, so it's not looking good. It could probably pull back. The only thing positive here on this weekly, it is probably the Fisher. Everything else is still negative. On the daily, nothing is positive. The Fisher, and maybe the squeeze, TTM squeeze, is just showing two positive bars right now, but nothing really super positive. On the 12-hour, you know, only thing you got positive is the trend now is starting to change or turn, but only on candlestick indicator. Tima is, you know, going back and forth, changing colors here, but nothing positive there. You got a positive signal, MACD's above the line, and you got a positive mobile, but it's way below the zero line. And this has a potential for snapback down, so this is going to probably be a bull trap. Looking at this, unless, you know, the bulls come in and push and close above 26.97, this looks like a potential bull trap, and you can see that it wants to push lower. Hopefully this helps. Keep you posted on my thoughts on the euro. It's been very exciting analyzing this Forex instrument. Hope whoever has been short, you guys still remain short, and make some pips.